Seven.
Look here. Look here. Seven. Look here. Over here. Over here. Seven. Smile.
Last week we did a video on TV shows that you can't find on streaming, and when we wrapped it up, we asked you if you remembered any shows that we had forgotten, and oh boy did you. So screw it. We're beating this dead horse. We're going to the well one too many more times. I'm Seven McAllister for 7 Entertainment. Let's take a look at 7 more hit TV shows you can't find on streaming. Now, before we get into that, we appreciate your support, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and give a sweet little nudge to that notification bell. Also, we're talking about the major streaming services here. Some of these shows are available for, individual digital purchases, and, we get that there are ways to stream things that are less than legal. If you want to find them in that manner, hey man, we're not going to judge. Oh, finally, last week I said that ABC's Shining miniseries wasn't available, just to have it pop up between production and posting, so yeah, that sucks. But I'm not mad, because if we're being honest, I really wanted to watch that miniseries. Number 1, WKRP in Cincinnati. First of all, big thanks to Lady Phoenix 62 for calling this one out. Now, let's pour one out for WKRP in Cincinnati, the sitcom that gave us turkeys dropping from the sky, Johnny Fever shades, and the best fictional radio station this side of KBBL. And yet, if you want to binge it today, good luck. Not on Netflix, not on Hulu, not on Disney+. You'd have better luck trying to tune into an actual AM radio station. So why is KRP still in streaming purgatory? Well, 2 words, music rights, not surprising. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, the show built its authenticity by playing actual hit songs during scenes. This was genius then, but a nightmare now. Every single song has to be relicensed for streaming, and we're talking everyone from Pink Floyd to the Rolling Stones. That's not just like cut a check and move on kind of money. That's sell your house to clear one episode money. Past DVD releases got around this by swapping in generic knockoff tracks, but that pretty much kills the whole vibe. Nobody wants Dr. Johnny Fever spinning generic rock riff number 4. So, WKRP is left sitting in a filing cabinet collecting dust, its characters forever trapped in rerun limbo. In short, one of TV's smartest comedies has been held hostage by record labels, and until someone pays up, WKRP is just static. Number 2, Just the 10 of Us. Thank you to Steve Dave 106 for this one. Just the 10 of Us, the sitcom that bravely asked the question, what if Coach Lubbock from Growing Pains suddenly had 8 kids and 0 birth control? Well, back in the late 80s, this spinoff was not just a show, it was a TGIF staple. Finish your homework, microwave some bagel bites, and let ABC guide you into the weekend with a man just drowning in estrogen. And yet, fast forward to the age of streaming, and Just the 10 of Us has pulled a full-on Houdini. Why? Well, nobody seems to know. The official line is total silence, but let's be real, probably comes down to rights issues, or more likely, the fact that nobody at Disney, Warner, or whoever owns it thinks that there's an audience for a family sitcom where half the plot lines involve around the Lubbock babes trying to outmaneuver their dad. Personally, as a horror fan, it's nice to see Heather Langenkamp not running for her life, but yeah, it was charming, wholesome, and low-key hilarious, but it wasn't exactly doing Full House numbers, unless you forget, while Growing Pains still gets some nostalgic love, Just the 10 of Us kinda faded into that TGIF graveyard alongside, like Baby Talk and Aliens in the Family. To streaming executives, that's basically the Bermuda Triangle of content, so instead of reliving the antics of the Lubbocks, we're left watching Fuller House and pretending it scratches the same itch, which, spoiler alert, it does not. Until some exec realizes the untapped gold mine of TGIF nostalgia, Just the 10 of Us will remain just that, one of us remembering it existed at all. Number 3, Life Goes On. Hey, thanks John Summer 5899 for bringing this one to our attention. This ABC dramedy that defined Sunday night TV, made you feel things, 1989 to 1993 was groundbreaking for centering on Corky, a teen with Down syndrome played by Chris Burke, in a time when network TV barely acknowledged disability, let alone put it front and center. The show tackled family life, social struggles, even AIDS storylines with a mix of warmth and humor. Let's not forget the theme song. Yes, that was Broadway icon Patti LuPone belting the Beatles' Obla Di Obla Da into our living rooms every week. Oh wait, Semi-Wonder Dog. Ugh, that can't be good for poor Arnold's self-esteem. So why can't you stream it? Well, the culprit, as usual, music rights. The Beatles theme song alone is a licensing nightmare. I'd imagine every time some exec thinks about uploading the show, Paul McCartney's lawyers just probably appear in a puff of smoke demanding 7 figures. Add in other period needle drops, and suddenly Life Goes On is pricier than producing another Bachelor spinoff. The result? Show that was huge, historic, and award-winning has been erased from the digital map, all because corporations value licensing deals over cultural memory. Number 4, The Dukes of Hazzard. Hey, big thanks to Random Glenn for pointing this one out. Going forward, you're going to be a very specific Glenn to us. Once upon a time, the Dukes of Hazzard was so big it practically owned Friday nights. We're talking action figures, lunch boxes, Saturday morning cartoons, and yes, Happy Meals. If you weren't watching Bo and Luke jump the General Lee over a conveniently placed gully, were you even alive in the early 80s? The show was a pop culture juggernaut, pulling in monster ratings even during the infamous Coy and Vance years, where the producers tried to convince America that we wouldn't notice if they swapped out the Duke boys with their Timu replacements. Oh gosh, look at those dorks. Spoiler alert, people noticed, but they didn't care. The show still did numbers. And yet, try to stream it today. Yeah, you can buy it, but it's not available to stream. Why? 2 words. The car. The General Lee is basically its own character. It just so happens to have a Confederate flag painted across the roof. Now, that was quirky Southern charm back in 1979, but today it's a streaming exec's worst nightmare. In 2015, Warner Brothers actually stopped producing General Lee merchandise, and TV Land shortly afterwards pulled the syndicated reruns. So now, the Dukes of Hazzard, once America's favorite yeehaw fantasy, is stuck in cultural purgatory. The stunts, the theme song, Daisy Duke shorts, all locked away, as if Roscoe P. Coltrane finally caught them and threw away the key. Number 5, Our House. Thank you, Eric Hall 4548 for this one. Oh, how could we possibly forget Our House, NBC's mid to late 80s dramedy that made you cry 1 minute and question your life choices the next, starring Wilford Brimley as the patriarch whose house is basically a revolving door of adult children, quirky neighbors, and endless moral lessons. It was the kind of wholesome, slightly saccharine family show that made NBC think they could corner the tearjerker meets sitcom market, and for a while, totally worked. People tuned in, they cried, they nodded knowingly at Brimley's mustache wisdom. The cast was solid. Brimley's daughter was played by Deidre Hall. We had a pre-Heather Shannon Doherty playing the granddaughter. So why can't you stream it today? Nobody knows officially, but unofficially, probably usual suspects, rights held, music licensing, actor contracts, But let's be real, Our House isn't exactly a brand anymore. There's no nostalgia-driven Our House pop-up bars. There's no Our House reboots on the horizon. No TikTok clips of Wilford Brimley dispensing sage advice to teens in denim overalls. The show that once taught us lessons about life, family, and how many casseroles you can eat in one sitting now teaches streaming platforms one lesson: if nobody can figure out who owns it, it stays off the menu. Number 6, Aladdin the series. All right, thank you, Insane Hiker 5587 for this one. Also, Insane Hiker, not a bad name for a horror film. Okay, let's talk about the gaping hole in Disney Plus that nobody seems to mention. Aladdin, the animated series. Remember, this wasn't some Saturday morning throwaway. This was part of the Disney Afternoon, the sacred block that gave us DuckTales, Woohoo, Darkwing Duck, Gargoyles, and yet, while those shows are streaming away in glorious 4K mouse-approved pixels, Aladdin is nowhere to be found. Why? Nobody knows for sure. Disney hasn't given us a straight answer, which is shocking, because this is the same company that had no problem explaining why your favorite ride at Disney World got replaced by like a Moana fountain or something. The official line is silence. The official rumor, Dan Castellaneta? That's right, Castellaneta. Yeah, the guy best known as Homer Simpson, also voiced the genie in the series. And rumor has it, he's kind of a prima donna these days. Getting the rights to use his voice is like trying to steal gold from the Cave of Wonders. And honestly, if he's living off that Homer Simpson money, this would be chump change to him. Another hot rumor is that the show's many pop culture references are having an effect on the legal rights as well. Now, what's the real reason? Who knows? Maybe Disney just doesn't think the show holds up. Maybe they're afraid we'll realize that Abu was kind of a dick. Or maybe they don't want you comparing Bargain Bin TV Genie to Robin Williams' untouchable movie version. Whatever the case, Aladdin, the animated series, remains stuck in the vault while fans are left rubbing that magic lamp of nostalgia and getting nothing in return. Number 7, Judging Amy. All right, thank you to Tay Swift 1989, T1P. Oh my gosh, do you guys think that's the real Taylor Swift? I'm going to assume it is. Here's the thing about Judging Amy. It was quietly one of the best dramas of its era. Running from 1999 to 2005, it starred Amy Brenneman as a family court judge, balancing her demanding career with raising her daughter while living with her strong-willed mom, played by Tyne Daly. That's right, you had two powerhouse women carrying a CBS drama that wasn't about cops shooting people or doctors sleeping with each other, sexy doctors. It was sharp, heartfelt, and refreshingly grounded. And let's be real, Tyne Daly alone could outact half the streaming landscape today while knitting a scarf and drinking tea. So why can't you find it anywhere? It's like the show fell into a black hole the day it wrapped. Well, the official answer, nobody knows. Unofficial answer, right's hell, once again. Between CBS, 20th Century Fox, and whatever corporate hydra has eaten them all since, the ownership is so tangled that getting it onto a platform probably requires a team of lawyers working 24/7 with caffeine IVs. That's a shame, because Judging Amy would crush it in today's streaming world. Viewers eat up good female-driven dramas talking about The Good Wife, Virgin River, Firefly Lane. Imagine the TikToks dissecting Amy's rulings or the think pieces about Tyne Daly's sass. Instead, we're left with endless reboots of shows nobody asked for, while a genuinely great show is collecting dust. In short, Judging Amy was prestige TV before prestige TV was cool, and it deserves much better than being in streaming purgatory. Well, there's our list. Did I leave out any other TV series that you can't find on streaming? If so, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please do us a solid, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, tippity tap that notification bell. Until next time, I'm Seven McAllister for 7 Entertainment saying bye-bye.